Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about whether you are a broken vessel or a chosen vessel. And the scripture I turn to for that, one of them, is found in 2 Corinthians 12, 8 through 10. And Jesus is saying, "My grace is sufficient for you, for power is made perfect in weakness." Paul's talking, but he's talking about what Jesus has been saying. But Paul, that was a quote from Jesus, and Paul here is talking to the church at Corinth, and he says, "I will boast all the more gladly of my weakness, so that the power of Christ may dwell in me. Therefore, I am content with weakness, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities for the sake of Christ. For whenever I am weak, I am also strong." That sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? When we're weak, we're also strong. How does that work? Well, we're all weak at times. We're all broken. And it is God's desire and His design for us to live life to our fullest capacity, and our fullest potential. And it it it's something that's again, kind of going back to faith. We have to just kind of go on faith. We have to realize that we can't do it all on our own. And hello there. We can't do it all on our own. We have to kind of walk in faith, in our Christian walk. And in our weakness, where God is perfectly strong, perfectly capable, perfectly able at all times, 24/7, 365. There is never a millisecond where He is not able and capable to work in our weakness. And every person on the planet, every human being that's ever lived or ever will live, will have weaknesses. And the only way we'll get through it, through life, is if we put our focus where it needs to be, and that's on Jesus, not on ourselves, not necessarily on our circumstances, although it's hard to overlook sometimes, right? You're going through a financial issue, a car issue, a family issue, a health issue. It's tough. It's tough at times. But, Paul says that he will boast even more gladly in his weakness. Holy cow. I'm just learning how to do that. I'm just learning how to do that, to boast in my weakness. Boy, nobody wants to boast that they're weak. I mean, you think Walter Payton ever said he was weak, when it came to football? Or you think, the world's strongest, man, you watch these competitions. You watch guys going into battle on the basketball court or at hockey, and they all go out there. What would it be like if, there's 6 guys on each hockey team, all 12 guys got together at center ice and goes, "Hey, I feel pretty weak today. How about you?" "Yeah, I'm feeling pretty weak." "Hey, what about?" "Yeah, I'm feeling pretty weak." "Why don't we just go sit on a bench? We'll call it a draw, 0-0." And no, they don't do that, and we don't do that as mankind. Really, we don't. We want to feel as though we're strong. We want to feel as though we're competent, we're capable, and that we have goals and desires and longings. But there are times when we feel fully competent, but aren't there times when we feel kind of weak, kind of forlorn, kind of not able to accomplish things, you know? And that's when you draw on Jesus. When you're in your weakest moment, you draw on Jesus. When you're at a critical time in your marriage, you draw on Jesus. When there's a critical issue with one of your kids, they've fallen away, or they're out in the world, goofing off and doing things that they shouldn't be doing, you draw on Jesus, and you continue to pray, continue to pray, continue to pray. Pray without ceasing. Doesn't mean you walk around the office and at 7-Eleven and you go to Walmart, and you out loud you're just like, you look like a little whack job. No, in your heart, in your spirit, there's times when you can pray out loud when you feel comfortable doing that. What we don't want to do is make others around us feel uncomfortable, and that comes to that talks to others about our integrity and our purpose, and feeling, making others not feel threatened, making others not feel out of place or something. So, you know, uh, pray without ceasing. You can do it. You can do it. You got that issue, pray about it. You've got that other issue, pray about it. If you keep going along as the Lone Ranger and you keep turning to the wrong thing to help address that issue, it will not work out. It just won't. And the world is out there to just eat people up, right? And you get caught up in things. It's that snowball. It's like build a snowball on top of one of these little mountains here. This is Kissing Camels right here. Can't see the Kissing Camel part. That's on the other side of the rock ledge. But you build a snowball up there, let's say the size of a beach ball. By the time it gets down the hill, if there was snow on it, a regular hill, a ski slope, whatever, that thing would be huge, right? Right. What you don't want is that snowball to build over time, and where it'll feel as though there's no way back. So you're coming to a time in your day, in your spiritual walk. Let's say you don't know Jesus yet. It's okay. Draw on Him. Ask Him to come into your life. It's all new to you. I get it. It's unventured territory. Just seek Him out. Seek Him out. He will answer you. He is faithful to answer you. So, men and women, be blessed and encouraged.